the postponement of local elections in 9 English councils: Norfolk, Suffolk, Essex, Thurrock, East Sussex, West Sussex, Hampshire, Isle of Wight, and Surrey, until May 2025, has ignited a firestorm of criticism from the Conservative and Liberal Democrat parties. This decision, announced by Angela Rayner, forms a pivotal part of the Labour government's devolution initiative aimed at restructuring local governance across England. The postponement directly impacts the May 2024 local elections scheduled for these councils, effectively delaying them by a full year. The core of the government's plan involves establishing 6 new elected mayoral positions across Cumbria and Warrington, Greater Essex, Hampshire and Solent, Norfolk and Suffolk, and Sussex and Brighton. These mayoral elections are now slated for May 2026, a delay that has triggered accusations of political maneuvering and a cynical attempt to avoid impending electoral losses for the Conservative Party, which controls a significant number of the affected councils. Rayner, in her announcement to Parliament, emphasized the transformative potential of this devolution initiative, asserting that the affected areas would receive a fast-track ticket to drive real change. She characterized the new mayoral system as a catalyst for accelerating progress and enhancing local decision-making. The government's vision centers on empowering local communities and granting them greater autonomy in managing their affairs, ostensibly fostering a more responsive and efficient system of governance. However, the Conservatives and Liberal Democrats have vehemently condemned the postponement, citing concerns about democratic accountability and transparency. They argue that the delay undermines the principle of regular elections and raises questions about the government's true motives. The opposition parties suggest that the timing of the postponement, coinciding with predicted electoral losses for the Conservatives, casts a shadow of suspicion over the government's intentions. They accuse the Labour government of using the devolution process as a thinly veiled attempt to avoid unfavorable electoral outcomes, thereby subverting the democratic process. Beyond the 9 councils facing mandatory postponement, several others including Warwickshire, Devon, Leicestershire, Gloucestershire, Kent, Worcestershire, and Oxfordshire also requested election delays, further highlighting the widespread disruption caused by the government's restructuring efforts. These requests underscore the significant challenges and complexities inherent in reorganizing local government structures, particularly the potential disruptions to electoral cycles and the concerns raised regarding the equitable distribution of power and resources. The government's December announcement detailing the abolition of 2-tier council systems, a cornerstone of the devolution plan, initially provoked considerable controversy. Critics argued that the proposed changes lacked sufficient consultation and consideration of the potential consequences for local communities. The current controversy surrounding the election postponements further fuels these concerns, raising questions about the efficacy and transparency of the government's approach to devolution. The accusations of political expediency leveled against the Labour government demand thorough investigation and open debate to ensure public trust in the democratic process. The long-term implications of these changes for local governance and democratic participation remain to be seen, leaving a lingering sense of uncertainty and apprehension among many. The addition of Lancashire to the list of areas considering similar changes further underscores the sweeping nature of the government's reforms and their profound impact on the landscape of local government in England. The scale of these proposed changes warrants a comprehensive and transparent public discourse to ensure that the ultimate goal of enhanced local governance is achieved without sacrificing democratic principles and public accountability.